Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is chocolate raspberry. I have a viewer who tries to guess which coffee I'm going to have every morning. So I hope you got it right this morning. Oh, it is so cold out there. Only going to have a high of 13, and it's starting to snow. I wanted to take my mom to her house today because she's very anxious to go home, but I don't think the weather is going to be cooperating, so I'll have to play it by ear. But tomorrow it's not supposed to snow, so we'll see. Next week it's going to go into the 40s, which is much more palatable than this stuff. We don't have a ton of snow, but it's starting to snow and there's already snow on the ground, so who knows? You know, here living near the lake, I'm maybe 5-6 miles from the lake. No, it's probably more like 10. You never know, we get lake effect snow, and then you'll have a big dump of snow in certain areas, especially on the east side where we have a snow belt. So they get much more snow than here on the west side most of the time. But we've gotten a lot of snow already in the past. I think it was in 78. It was either 78 or 79, one of those years. We had so much snow, and it was another winter vortex that blew through. I mean, it was feet of snow. It was unbelievable. So anyway, I'm glad to be nice and warm in my house and making myself a nice hot cup of coffee. So I got this mug at Mark's. It's a latte cup. Looks like a to-go cup, but it's not because it doesn't have a lid. But I think it's very pretty. It's got poppies, I think, on it. Looks a little Christmassy, but it's not a Christmas mug. It just has Christmas colors. So, put some chocolate creamer in here. Now this is the chocolate raspberry from Boston's Best. It's not the one from Aldi's, which I have more of that I had stashed away. And I'm going to enjoy that, but very sparingly, because I want to stretch it out as much as possible. So, all right, let's give the coffee a taste. Cheers. This coffee's good too, but it does not have that raspberry aftertaste that the Aldi's one has. But I would probably buy this coffee again. So anyway, trying to stay warm and wishing this weather would just cooperate. Oh well, I guess we haven't mastered that yet. I know they're working on it, but I hope they don't totally screw things up. You know, they get these brilliant ideas. Oh, we're going to fix this and fix that. Yeah, right. Oh, well, the human brain is actually amazing, but I wish more people would use it to help humanity rather than hurt it. So anyway, I'm going to drink my coffee, ponder on life a little bit, and I will meet you at the budget book. Okay, here I am back at the budget book. Yesterday I didn't spend any money. I get a green check. So I've explained this before, but this sheet is only for tracking discretionary spending. That is for food And I know we all need food, but it's discretionary because we have control over how much we spend on food. So food, gasoline, again, gasoline is discretionary because we choose how often we drive and where we drive to. So that's discretionary. Any clothing, books, anything that isn't a necessity goes on my budget sheet. Now, yesterday I did have to spend $50 on a home repair. That doesn't go on the budget sheet. It actually goes on my tracking sheet of what I spend and what I spend it on. So that goes on a different sheet. So I only have two sheets. One of them is this one that tracks my discretionary spending. I either spend or I don't spend. And the check or the X goes on the day that I actually spend the money. So any Amazon purchases, any Marks, Ollie's, any of that will go on this sheet on the day that I spend it. Not if I put it on a credit card and I get the bill a month later, that doesn't count. That is a bill that I actually have to pay. So the discretionary spending goes on this sheet. So at the end of January, I'll probably go over my a tracking sheet where I actually put my expenses and what I actually spend on food and repairs and those sorts of things. So it's very simple. It's not complicated at all. If I do it right away and don't save up a lot of receipts and things, it's very simple. So that's how I track spend and no spend, and this actually just keeps me in line of, do I actually want a red mark on my calendar? It kind of works the way of a gold star when you were in elementary school. You know, we still like to get our little sticker rewards. So my check marks and my X's kind of work psychologically that way. I like seeing a lot of green check marks on my little calendar here. So anyway, I just wanted to explain a little bit for those of you that are new here, or those of you that have forgotten how I track my spending. That's how it works for me. So, all right. I'm still enjoying my coffee this morning. It's hitting the spot on this very cold day. And I will be back shortly. 101 Ways to Simplify Your Life by Candy Paul. Day number 70. Change your inner dialogue. God wants us to love ourselves with His love. He wants us to think His thoughts about ourselves, thoughts of kindness, esteem, respect, and truth. Floyd McClung, Jr. The voice of your inner critic concentrates on what's wrong. When you listen to your inner critic's sneering voice, nothing you do or say is ever good enough. Such negative inner dialogue keeps you from doing your best or trying something new. Change your inner dialogue by seeing yourself through God's eyes. In God's eyes, you are a beloved child. Just as a parent would not chastise a child for falling down who is just learning to walk, so God encourages you to get up when you fall down and to keep going. Make it easier on yourself by replacing disparaging negativity with encouraging, life-affirming thoughts. When critical or negative thoughts arise, replace them with the truth of God's love, acceptance, and grace. Well, I'm in the car again. I just took my mom home. She really was missing her own house. So I took her home, and it's almost 5:30, so I wanted to get home before dark because, like I said, I don't see so well in the dark anymore. So we're gonna see how she does at home. I think she'll be okay. She has really good safety awareness, and she's what we called in the nursing facilities, she's kind of a furniture walker, which means she kind of walks around balancing herself on the furniture. So a lot of people do that. Oh my goodness, is that sun bright. So lots of traffic here. I need to pay attention. I'll be back. So the sun is just setting, and it is so bright and like right in my face. Right now I'm behind another car, so, but yeah, driving at night is getting to be a project for me. So, and I am really pooped. I'm exhausted. We stopped at Aldi's on the way home, on the way bringing her home, because I wanted to make sure she had enough stuff to eat in the house. And of course, I'll be checking on her. So my mom's a worrywart. She worries about her house, and you know, she's got alarms, and you know, everything has to be locked up tight, which nowadays is not a bad idea. But she really does worry about everything. So sometimes it's difficult to be around somebody that's always worrying, because, at least in my case, it makes me kind of nervous. I don't know. But she's a really good lady. We had a nice time with her staying there, and you know, I told her, you know, if you want me to pick you up for the weekend, or if you want to come and stay with me, you can come anytime. I'm going to miss her. I really am. Even though, you know, a lot of times we just sat there and watched TV and, you know, drank tea and didn't say much all the time, you know. I'm going to miss her. It's funny how quickly you get used to somebody being there. And of course, there is an adjustment period when you have somebody staying with you. You don't know what's going to work, what isn't going to work. I was concerned about my dogs, but they were great with her. I mean, they love her. They really do. And she loves them. But I was concerned that they were going to get overexcited and knock her over. But they behaved, you know, they did real well with her. It's almost like they know, you know, that she's fragile, so they have to be a little bit more mindful. Animals know a lot of these things, you know, so, but anyway, I will be absolutely ecstatic to get home and relax. So, I mean, I was packing up her things, and it was making me sad that she slept really well in my bed with those pink fluffy sheets. She just had a good night's sleep. And this morning I had to go check on her because it was 11 o'clock and she still wasn't up. So, but she said she had been up around 6, and she watched a little TV, and then she ended up going back to sleep. So, but I did have to go check on her. I mean, at 94, you know, you have to do these things. So, anyway, I'm just very thankful. I thank God that she's okay. She's healing up well. And she's with it enough to take care of those things, you know. She can, she knows, you know, not to pick at her boo-boo and stuff like that. She's not like way out there. But it makes me realize that the time will be coming soon where something else needs to happen, because she is getting forgetful. But I would like to leave her in her own home as long as possible, because if you uproot a person, I mean, she's lived in her home, what now, 60 years? And if all of a sudden you take an older person like that out of their environment, they don't fare well. They, a lot of times, start to really decline quickly. So, and we don't want that either. Now, I know, you know, we could probably hire somebody to come in there every once in a while, but she's real picky about who she lets into her home. So that wouldn't work. That would not work at all. So I'm going to go there as often as I can. My son doesn't live too far from her, so he checks up on her. So I think everything will work out okay. So anyway, I'm going to be facing the sun again in about a minute here. So I'm going to sign off, and that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share. Thanks for watching.